What's going on, everybody? It's Michael Alder here from CarpetExpertBlueprint.com, covering some Q&A that came in all about vinyl plank floors. Now, due to the major demand of this flooring right now, it's actually replacing laminates and a lot of the carpet in the marketplace right now. You probably have some questions about it as well, and I think we can cover this in this video. So let's dive right into it, all the ups and downs and everything you could expect from this floor. Question number one, will vinyl plank flooring scratch? Yes, it will scratch. It is being pitched and sold as scratch resistant, not scratch proof, and it's causing a little confusion in the world there. So it is a vinyl. If you have furniture with rough legs on it and you're dragging it along, it could scuff and scratch into the floor. So if you do have vinyl plank flooring installed, get the little felt pads, put them under all your furniture to help any scratches or scuffs on them. Now, one thing we used in the past, we had a client that was dragging their furniture all over the house after we installed it, lines going everywhere, it was crazy. There was a polish we purchased online off of a company called, I think they were 877 Floor Guys or something like that. And the polish was like $100. I'm not an affiliate, not promoting, just letting you know. We use this particular product they offer on their site, and it cleaned everything up. So just let it be known, there are products out there that will fix any scratches or scuffs if you get out of line and start dragging stuff across your floors. So, is it scratch proof? No. Is it scratch resistant? Yeah, kinda. So that's, hope that clears that up for you there. Next question, will vinyl plank floors buckle? No, and I think whoever submitted this was wondering if it would buckle like a laminate floor with the high humidities in the summer and then the cold winters when it expands and contracts. Vinyl plank floors will not do that. The only time it will buckle is if you're installing it and you jam it in real tight up against the wall, a door jam, something like that, and then just the pressure of it could cause it to bubble. But you would notice that right while you're doing the install. You make your cut a little bit cleaner, give it a little bit more breathing room, and that's fine. You won't have actual expansion and contraction of this flooring, so you don't have to worry about it buckling as the season changes. Next question, is vinyl plank flooring waterproof? Yes, it is waterproof, and that is the big sales feature of this. Aside from it being super durable, it is waterproof, and anybody that has had laminate floors in the past in their bathrooms, kitchens, anything like that, anytime a water line busted, it didn't take a whole lot to totally destroy the floor. It would swell up, all the seams would crack, and it was all bad. There's no way to repair it. You would have to take all the sections out and build it back out. With the vinyl planks, you don't have that issue. If a water line breaks, nothing happens to the floor. You're good to go, and you can keep moving forward in life. So huge, huge feature of that. Does vinyl plank floor need to acclimate? No, and that kind of goes back to the expanding, contracting thing, but it is a vinyl, and if you're like me, I'm in the Midwest, it's freezing this time of year right now. If you are bringing them in off the truck, you do want to let them warm up before you install them. Not to necessarily acclimate them, but if they're frozen and being vinyl, they will get, brittle. They won't be flexible. So if you're tapping them in, they could actually chip versus just flexing into place. So just get them to room temperature, but it's not like a laminate or a hardwood where you'd want it to be at room temperature for a day or two to really acclimate to that environment. So just make sure they're warm, you're ready to go. What do we have next here? Does vinyl plank flooring need underlayment? No and yes. So if your subfloor is good to go, you don't have everything smooth sailing, go ahead and drop it in, you're good to go. Keep in mind it is a vinyl. So if you have a rough subfloor, it actually will show through on some of the products here. So I'm going to give you an example. I know it'd be hard to tell with this lighting. This is a super affordable vinyl plank floor. No padding to it or anything. What's cool about this, it has, the good grain look to it. It hides a lot of factors, but if you have a horrible subfloor under it, eventually those imperfections will show through. So they have better products for about $1 more per square foot. A little bit thicker there. Actually has a padding attached to it. I know it's kind of hard to see on this video, but for $1 more per square foot, you can get the same exact pattern, nicer product that's going to hide a lot of imperfections. So if you have an ugly, jacked up subfloor, you could use a padding like similar to what you would put under a laminate. That would work, or you could just buy a better product for about $1 more per square foot. It'll already have a padding attached to it, and that'll help hide a lot of imperfections. But no, you don't necessarily need padding or an underlayment under your vinyl plank floors. Next question. Is vinyl plank flooring better than laminate? yeah, the argument could go on and on. The big thing we're going to bring up and cover here is the water feature. I've seen countless laminate floors over my career be completely destroyed because the dishwasher went, or a water line in the bathroom leaked out, and then it went to the hallway towards the kitchen, you know, the little hallway bathrooms. Totally destroys the floor. With this vinyl planks, that's not going to happen. You just clean it up, dry everything off, you're good to go. It's not going to swell and chip and things like that. So that would be the big feature. It's easier to install, more forgiving. You know, overall, I'm very much like the vinyl planks more than the laminate. But the big thing is the water factor for sure. Let's see here. Is vinyl plank flooring good for bathrooms? Yes. I don't know if you've ever had a laminate floor installed in your bathroom, but when you take it out, if there's a lot of humidity and moisture in there, if there's a shower in the bathroom, mold actually will grow under a laminate because it is wood-based. Versus a vinyl plank, that moisture and humidity is not going to affect the planks. So as far as molds and things like that, this is a great feature to the product as well. It's just not going to grow in there like a laminate would allow the spores and moisture and all that to collect and grow funky stuff. So yes, you could use this in a bathroom, and it's easy to install in bathrooms, cutting around vanities and pulling toilets, setting it in, cutting around the flange and dropping it back in. Super installer friendly for those type bathrooms as well. What we got next here? Does vinyl plank look cheap? Yes and no. In anything, if you buy a cheap looking product, it's going to look cheap. If you invest an extra $1, 50 cents a square foot, you can get some really nice products that look fantastic, and it would look of very much quality. So it's all about what you buy, and that goes for carpet, laminate, that's anything really. So it doesn't look cheap unless you buy a really cheap product. Then you just know you bought some clearance stuff and it looks like crap. Overall, they have awesome features, qualities, styles that look fantastic. So no, the only way it's going to look cheap is if you bought a cheap product that looks cheap. That's it. Next question. Can vinyl plank be installed over linoleum? Absolutely it can be. It's a fantastic subfloor. It's already down. In most cases, it's smooth sailing. Go to town, install right over top of it. I did a video the other day where we're installing over top of existing linoleum in a kitchen. You're good to go. You have nothing to worry about, so go for it. Is vinyl plank good for a basement? Yeah, and they're probably wondering because of moisture issues in basements. So once again, this goes back to the waterproof feature. The only downside to installing in a basement, and it's not really a downside at all, is that if you want to soundproof, if there's a lot of echoes, you definitely want to throw an area rug on top of it, because if you got, you know, your walls, a hard floor, and ceiling, it's going to be noisy. So you throw an area rug on top of it when you're done, you're good to go. But yeah, as far as any moisture issues and things like that, vinyl plank would be a fantastic floor to have in your basement. And we're down to the last question here. Can vinyl plank get reused? Yes and no. You know, a buddy of mine actually just was on a job site where they wanted to save the flooring, but they had to get all the floors out to move some walls, things like that. So you can technically reuse it. I don't recommend it, but if you take your time taking it apart, stack it neatly, make sure you don't break the tongue and grooves on them, you technically can reinstall the stuff. Weigh your options there though. If you're on a tight budget, go for it. If you got some money, just buy new. For $4 a foot installed and product, that's hiring somebody out $4 to $5 a foot, you're good to go. But if you're on a budget, you want to move something around, change it up, yeah, you can reuse it. Just take your time taking it out, do it neatly and safely. That way you can reinstall it and you don't damage the product at all. So that's it. Those are the top, I don't know, 10, 15 questions, whatever. I didn't even count. All about vinyl plank flooring. If you have any questions about vinyl plank floors, be sure to comment below. I'll create a video answering them for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you on the next video.